Hey guys, Tidal here, back with another video. Let's get into it. This video is going to be a little bit of a response video. If you guys haven't seen it, MarkOfJ put out a beta review video. I'll link it in the description down below. And in this video, he brought up a few good points, a few things that I want to touch on. Firstly, MarkOfJ said that every day he played the Blackout beta, he felt that his interest declined in the game. He only played a few solos, but I mean, if you play solos compared to duos or quads, the game's not as enjoyable. I felt that when I played solos, it was a lot harder. I had to play a lot more tactical, but in duos, you're working more as a team, and it creates more of a fun aspect of the game. Now, MarkOfJ is a solo player. You can see this from his videos when he goes into games. He joins solo, destroys the lobby, pump stops the absolute hell out of those little kitties, and this is what he likes to do. I mean, you're not going to get as many kills, you're not going to get as many wins playing solo Blackout compared to if you jumped into a multiplayer free-for-all lobby. I mean, firstly, the map is a lot bigger in Blackout compared to multiplayer maps, and the skill gap between players, I would say, is a lot different. You know, your good players are going to last to the end, and that's when you're trying to go for the win, and that's when it's going to be the hardest to pull it off. He also brought up asking, you know, why did Treyarch make a BR instead of focusing only on multiplayer? I think that's a pretty easy question to answer. With the huge success of PUBG or Fortnite, you know, Realm Royale, BR is such a huge genre now, and it would be silly for them not to make a BR game. He gave the Blackout beta a 6 out of 10. MarkOfJ said that there was no unique replayability in it. I can see where he's coming from. He said, you know, like in multiplayer with the new healing mechanic, it's new, it's fresh, and he thinks that's what they should have expanded on instead of, you know, introducing it with this new BR game mode. With that, he said that he doesn't like the pacing of the BR. You know, he said it's too slow, you don't get as many kills. You know, his thought is, why not just play free for all? That's pretty much what it is. But, you know, I can see how he's come to this conclusion. Honestly, mid-game, they're tweaking it. It is a bit slow. You're running into buildings, you're running across cornfields, and that's what he brought up in his video. You know, you spend most of the game running, trying to find people, and it's not until you get to the last circle where it gets intense is where you're finding, you know, most of the gunfights. Next point he brought up was the graphics. In BR, it's not that great, but we all know why. You know, the engine's never run something like this before. You know, they've had to rewrite things, they've had to optimize it for console. I mean, for PC, you can see from the, you know, the streamers that obviously they're running it at high performance, high FPS, and that's really what it's catered for. For console, it's not going to be the best port, but the graphics, you know, it's not bad. It's not bad. And compared to multiplayer, the graphics might not be as crisp, but for what Blackout is, what it offers, you know, I think people will be happy to take a L on the graphics. You know, it doesn't affect the game as much as people think. You know, what, the grass doesn't look as green. You know, metal's still metal, wood's still wood, water is water. You know, the game is good for what it offers. Coming into our last few points, we brought up a few good things. You know, why is COD not being the trendsetter that it used to be? We're following in the footsteps of PUBG, Fortnite, bringing out BR. You know, when we should be focusing on multiplayer, which is what Call of Duty does best. And he goes, you know, Treyarch, you make the rules. If the game's too slow, make it faster. If it's too fast, slow it down. Be the trendsetter, make the game that you guys want to make. And if it's a game that people enjoy, you know, it's going to be a good success. Which kind of leads into the last point he made. During the Blackout beta, there was a Dorito Bowl event hosted, had many streamers, and he wanted to know, you know, why there was a COD game for COD fans, why were there streamers who not necessarily are in the Call of Duty community at the moment compared to COD pro players. That's a really fair point. I mean, you know, with the streamers that they have such a large audience, and that's going to bring the players to the game, and it's a tactical, smart choice, which a lot of companies are doing these days, bringing in streamers with pro players alongside. Streamers have the huge audiences, pro players have the competitive side, and together it's a good team, but streamers would bring in more players. And I personally watch a lot more streamers than I do COD players. You know, Courage JD, Ninja, Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, they're all huge personalities, and you know, their audiences are into these kinds of games, and it's going to bring people to play the game, and that's ultimately what we want. We want this game to have a huge player count. You know, we don't want to wait long to find games. We want a competitive side, and it's going to be great for next year, and I'm so excited. I actually can't wait for the games to be released. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you liked what I did here, please give it a like, comment and subscribe. You can also find me streaming sometimes on Mixer, mixer.com/TideDollar, or follow my socials, twitter.com/ZDropBear. Hopefully see you guys back here soon. Peace.